Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Jaggs Journeys weekly live chat, live catch up. How's everyone this week? Hope everyone had an awesome week, and also I hope you all had an awesome weekend as well. Hopefully, everyone had those of you here in Australia, hopefully you had a really awesome long weekend with Australia. I know I sure did. So, excuse me. Hey, Ryder, Aiden, Matt. Yep, we're all ready for a weekly wrap up, mate. Drew, lots of Farian. Sorry, lots of Farian. I think it is. Best time of the week again. Absolutely. Apologies, I get your name wrong all the time. It's actually my eyesight. So apologies for that. All right. So yeah, had an awesome week. Had a good week. Well, busy week at work, and then awesome weekend. So, yeah. Who went to the theme parks in the weekend? Let's see what we got there. I definitely know there's some of you on here that would have been at the theme parks over the last weekend. Yep. Zach went on Friday. Excuse me. Just finished dinner quite quickly just to try and get on here. So, yeah, it was hot, wasn't it? Yeah, we were in a heat wave in Queensland, and I tell you what, it's been around about 30 to 3 or something in the Gold Coast, maybe more. But the humidity's been 99 to 100%. It's been very uncomfortable, I suppose. But anyway, yeah, I got out to Paradise Country actually on Australia Day, which was awesome. It was their reopening day after being closed for about a month after the storms came through. And I tell you what, one, it was good to have Paradise Country back open again. But number two, it was great to be there on Australia Day. I just absolutely felt like going somewhere really like Australiana type of place on Australia Day. And I knew it would be good there. And they had live entertainment going on there. She was singing like Australian songs as well, which was really cool. Just set the vibe, real cool. And of course, the shows there were awesome. Hopefully, you guys have seen my video that I dropped last night on Paradise Country. If you think, oh, I might not watch that one, I'm not really into farms. I tell you what, please check it out because, excuse me, because of the shows that they do, they are awesome. Excuse me 1 second. It's got another drink. Excuse me. All right, I'm good to go. Yeah, the shows there. So they had like the Stockman show, and they did the whip cracking, boomerang throwing, cattle dog mustering, and that was really cool. It was awesome. And then they had the Billy T. So they boil the Billy T on the campfire. A bit of audience participation there as well. And then they had the horses there as well. And it was cool. It was just awesome. And then of course they have all the other animals. They have one of my favorites, the Shaun the Sheep show. Well, I quite like I guess watching that show with my daughter, and then when she's younger. But that's actually quite a good show, the Shaun the Sheep show. So I quite enjoy that. But good to see the characters in park as well. Good to see the shows, pony rides going on, lorikeet feeding, just heaps going on up there. So I tell you what, it was an awesome day, and it was open. I think Paradise Country at the moment is open 10 to 3:30, and that's pretty much you'll do everything in that. If you do everything that's available, seal the shows, do the gold panning, do the opal mining, check out all the animals, maybe go on a pony ride, hop on the little tractor that goes around the park. If you do all those things, have lunch, yeah, you'll fill in that time like to the brim. So heaps to do there. It's included with your Village Roadshow Theme Parks annual pass, right? So if you've never been there, you got to go. I can't rave about it enough. I really had an awesome day. One thing you got to note, it's in the video, but when you first get there and you park up, you got to walk for about a good 5 minutes. It's downhill, and then you got to go sort of up a little bit just to get to the homestead to where you get to present your tickets. So, and in the heat, it's a little bit tough, I guess, and tough for those that have difficulty walking and that sort of thing. But the ground's even though it's tar sealed essentially, so it's not too bad. Coming back and walking up the hill at the end of the day was a bit of a challenge though, because it was so hot. But yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, awesome day. You got to check it out. I also went over to Dreamworld after that to do an update on Rivertown and just a few other things around the park. Yeah, it's just because obviously Dreamworld made some announcements last week of their official, I guess, the start of their official construction of Rivertown. So pretty much they've been obviously doing a lot of work in that area up till now, but essentially it's been demolition and clearing of the land, all that kind of stuff, and they've really cleared it. It's looking really good, and they've definitely started a whole lot of work. And again, that's featured in the video I dropped yesterday morning. On Sunday morning, I dropped the Dreamworld video all about their new Rivertown and their $35 million Jungle Rush roller coaster by Vekoma. And I tell you what, it's going to be awesome. That coaster is going to be something special. So there's a similar coaster, and I featured it in the video. Big Bear Country, Dollywood. The thing is, this one is going to be quite different. Again, there's several things in the one that Dreamworld are getting that aren't in any of the other ones around the world. So there's that, and there's the theming. It's going to be unbelievable. So make sure, again, if you haven't, I think probably most of you have, but if you haven't checked out those two videos I dropped this week, please check them out. Yeah, I really appreciate it. But you'll definitely get the information and check out what Paradise Country is, all about if you haven't been, and how it's looking, and all the shows and attractions there. And then obviously the update on Dreamworld. And with Dreamworld, with Rivertown, obviously I'm going to be able to provide you guys with regular updates because, excuse me, as we've seen with any of the other construction at Dreamworld, it moves so fast. Literally, it'll change probably daily there, like literally. So I go every week to the theme park, so you'll get a weekly complete video, but also what you will get, and thanks to some of my VIP subscribers who do this, is I've got a lot of people that subscribe to the channel who are at the parks throughout the week, the weekdays regularly, and they will send in updated photos. So I'll be able to keep you guys updated during the week through Instagram, Threads, that kind of thing, Facebook, and then on the weekend we'll provide you that full video update. Everything in a nutshell. So that's what you'll get from us. So regular updates all through the year until it opens, and then of course you'll get the full wrap on the actual attraction. Hopefully we get some POV available to us like they did with the Dreamworld Flyer and the Big Red Boat Coaster. We'll see. I mean, it's a bit different to those attractions. This is a full-on roller coaster, so they may not allow that. But anyway, either way, there's going to be heaps going on. So, yeah, so that was my weekend, pretty much. Friday, 2 theme park visits, editing, bit of family time, that kind of thing. I'll just scroll back up, and I know there's some comments coming through, guys. So thank you. I see a lot of people saying hi, how are you, and all that. So thank you. Hi to everyone who's on tonight. And by the way, we've got about the same amount of people as we normally get at this time. And thanks for that, because I know I got last week I had Gladiators. This week there's maths. So on the TV. So I know I got that to contend with. So thanks for choosing Jaggs Journeys, although some of you are probably watching the other screen. And I get it, and that's fine. I appreciate it. You can watch this live after we finish doing the live as well anyway. So I appreciate everyone who watches and supports the channel. Cool. So hi to everyone saying hi. Let's just go through. Someone's saying, I wish it's been too hot. Oh, I wish I went to the theme parks. It's been too hot though. Yeah, to leave the house. It has been indeed. Aircon's been the best place for sure. Ryder did 2 worlds. I did Movie World. Yep. Awesome. Jack went to Dreamworld Friday. I was there in the afternoon, so only from about 2 o'clock, I think it was, because I was at Paradise Country for most of that day. Oh, yeah, Schooners Bunch. Hey, thanks for jumping on the live. Yep, we bumped into your Dreamworld. That's right. Really good to see you guys again. Always appreciate you guys supporting the channel and watching the videos, and always good to catch up with you guys in the parks as well. It's really good to see you guys again too. So that was awesome. Who else we got there? What do I have for dinner? Chicken and salad tonight. If I live closer to the theme parks, I'd be there every weekend. Absolutely. And if you get the annual pass, it makes sense to use it for sure. It felt like 42 degrees here in Brisbane City. Yeah, I think because there's that, obviously there's the temperature, then there's the feels like temperature. And you're right, I was hearing about on the news, it was around that 40 plus. That was the feel like temperature due to the humidity. And again, if you're around lots of concrete, like at the theme parks, the heat radiates off that as well. So I reckon if you had an actual thermometer right there by that concrete, I reckon you'd be right to be up in the 40s, if not higher. Geez, it was hot. It was hot the whole weekend. Cool. We went to Dreamworld Night Market Saturday. Oh, yeah, that's right. Family Odyssey. Thanks. I did see your comment on that. I hope you enjoyed the night markets. They always have an awesome selection of food there and great entertainment. You went to Whitewater World yesterday and planning to head out to SeaWorld tomorrow. I went to Wet n Wild today as well. Awesome. Definitely the right weather to be going to those water parks. Definitely. That's awesome. And SeaWorld tomorrow. That's awesome. Well, I hope you have an awesome time at SeaWorld tomorrow. Cool. Matt's saying no sport on tonight. That's right. The tennis is finished, isn't it? So it finished last night. Those of you that might probably stayed up to watch that. What was the guy's name? The Italian. Was it Skinner? I probably got that wrong. Who won the Australian Open? Yeah, summer tennis is always popular, and keeps you up late on a work night or a school night. What else we got? Can't miss my favorite theme park YouTuber. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you. Chris went to Whitewater World for Australia Day. It was great, busy, but not Wet n Wild busy. Yeah, you're right about that. You got busy and you got Wet n Wild busy, where the place just goes crazy. And I think, what day was it? I think it was the 28th of December. So yeah, because the park had been closed for a couple of days. So it was the first day of the water parks being open after the storms, and that was a super hot day. And because all the people that were going to go there Boxing Day and then the day after, obviously they went to Movie World on the 27th. That was the busiest I've ever seen Wet n Wild. I drove up the road there, and there was cars just everywhere, up the side road everywhere. I've never seen it that busy ever. So it gets crazy busy. Imagine though walking around there in bare feet when it's like 40 degrees, and then standing in the big queues and at the towers. Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of the park, right? It's water parks. Any water park, you're going to be doing that. But when it's really, really hot like that, even to me, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be in an aircon rather than being subject to that heat. It's hard enough being just in the heat with a hat and everything on. I know you can cool down the water, but yeah, it's tough. Anyway, let's move on. Up in Mackay, hey, Aiden up in Mackay. It was 38 degrees, felt like 48. Yeah, apparently it's been very hot up in North Queensland. Take it easy up there. Keep hydrated. Humidity up here compared to Melbourne is unbelievable. Yeah, it's funny because we do get the humidity, but this isn't like normal humidity. This is pretty extreme. I haven't felt it this humid in a long time. We do get them on days like that, but this is probably the worst and for the longest, I reckon, that in a long time anyway. So I think some of these records, I can't remember where it was. Somewhere the other day in Queensland was the hottest day since 1985 or something. So there you go. Crazy. Breaking records everywhere. Thursday, went to Movie World Thursday. It was too hot to stay too long. Fair enough. They went home. felt a bit unwell and sleepy. Yeah, the sun can make you feel a little bit like that, I suppose. So yeah, always keep hydrated. Bring on winter. We'll be saying in winter, bring back summer. Although in Queensland we're pretty lucky. I must admit, I probably only wear a jacket and a jumper, maybe long pants for probably only about a month of the whole entire year, maybe, because it's pretty mild, and that's usually only at night too. We get the odd cool day, obviously, but yeah, not too bad at all. So, Schooners Bunch, just letting you know that your stickers that you give out are of good quality. They should be, because I do pay an extra to make them what they call a 5-year vinyl on those. So when I give them out, they do last. So you say my nephew, he got one from you on Friday. You put it on a shirt. It lasted the whole day. Even it went through the washing machine. It still looked good. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. That's cool. Hi to everyone else is saying hi as well. Who's jumping on? Actually, yeah, there's been this again stacks of comments coming through. I really appreciate you guys jumping on. Yeah, Big Bear Mountain. Yeah, Big Bear Mountain. That's right. Yeah, Big Bear Mountain's the similar ride to Jungle Rush. It's at Dollywood Theme Park in the US, Tennessee. I think it is Tennessee. No, Pigeon Forge. Yeah, which is in Tennessee. I haven't been there, but would love to go there, and it's going to be very similar to that ride there. Drew saying he hasn't been to Dreamworld since 2019. Cool. A lot's changed, and I would probably recommend before the end of the year is out to maybe pay a visit again, or maybe even buy an annual pass. They've been having some super deals. And if they do Black Friday sales again like they did last year, that's probably the time to get in. Although they just had a really good I think it was a $50 deal as well. So they're always doing deals. Keep an eye out on the websites, on their Facebook and Instagram, and get a good deal. Perks living next to the theme parks. Yeah, you can just run in, have a few rides or a swim. Pretty awesome. What coaster do you think SeaWorld will receive next? I'd like to get a next generation Vekoma multi-launch inversion. Yeah, I'd like to see an inversion coaster too, actually. That would be pretty cool. I mean, if you look at SeaWorld in, say, Florida, they've got a stack of other coasters that would all fit well into SeaWorld over here. So I think they just need to look at that park and go, okay, what works well there? What is popular? What's got good, and operationally, they've got to be pretty quick. So, and obviously with the size of the footprint of the area, what will fit, and then again, what cost. So there's always a massive cost investment for these attractions and rides, but it definitely brings people to the parks, right? So that's why we go. We want to see something new. So I'd have to agree with you about those for sure. And by the way, I'll just let everyone know these live chats are moderated. I've got a moderator on as well. So just so if anyone starts to spam or whatever, they'll actually get timed out, just to keep everyone up to date there. All right, what do we got? I'm once again sewing as I watch this once again. I know you work hard on your cosplay, so can't wait to maybe see on Instagram what you're working on. I'm sure you'll be at Supernova, right? So that sounds cool. Cam's saying, oh, sorry. I see. Cam's saying, I'd love to see an STC ride. Chris is saying, I'd rather smash my toes with a sledgehammer. Fair enough. Everyone has their opinions, and that's perfectly fine. All right. What do we got here? I did the giant drop the other day. It was by far the scariest ride on the Gold Coast. Do you agree? Yeah, I'd have to agree. You know what? It's actually not as scary at night. It's scarier during the day, I feel, personally. It's definitely scary during the day. But yeah, it is scary. It starts off all right, but when you start thinking, okay, it's going to stop in a minute, and there's still another 20 stories to go, or whatever it is, you're thinking, gee, this is pretty tall. And that feeling of your legs just hanging over the edge of like a high-rise building kind of feeling that you could just slip. I mean, you won't, but that's the feeling that I get. And yeah, it's pretty scary, but the drop's breathtaking. And then once those brakes come on and you know you're safe, that's when you start to laugh. And that's when it's all good. So yeah, I'd have to agree. Probably is the scariest. Definitely awesome ride though. Cool. Zach saying left at about 3 Dreamworld on Friday. So yeah, I would have just missed you. I probably crossed paths with you at some point. Cool. Ryder's building his Scooby-Doo ride attraction on Minecraft. Awesome, mate. You're very talented with that kind of stuff. So very cool. Very cool. Berry flavored drink today, roller coaster Harry. Yes, indeed. Indeed, mate. That's my favorite. Definitely my favorite. No sugar, electrolyte, vitamin, all good. All right, what do we got? I did watch a video last night. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate your support, Josh. Always. Thank you. What do we got here? Going to Aqua Park at Broadway on Saturday. Oh, yeah, cool. That'd be awesome. Well, hope you have an awesome time there. Jason Hall, how are you, mate? It was an extremely hot day Saturday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shame that the WB Splash Zone was down. Off to SeaWorld Saturday for Carnival. Yeah, mate. Yeah, me too. The Splash Zone at the Looney Tunes Splash Zone in the WB Kids area. Yeah, that was a weird one, actually. It's been down since the 10th of January, that one. And it's essentially it's unscheduled maintenance right on the hottest time, which is disappointing, of course, especially for like the little kids. You know, they get so hot. It's nice for them to cool down. I like to sometimes just get my hat, get the water squirt in the hat, put the hat back on just to cool down for the rest of the time. But yeah, that's a shame. All right. Yeah. And geez, it's been hot. Absolutely hot. Let me see. Didn't remember seeing them on Friday at Dreamworld, but do they still have the fans with the water misting to keep you cool around the park? I didn't see them either at Dreamworld, but I have seen them at Movie World. I think it's, am I right thinking that? Doomsday? I could be wrong. I've seen them somewhere recently. I think it was Movie World, the misting fans. I think it was Doomsday area. Again, I could be wrong. No doubt if someone knows, they'll put a comment on here. But yeah, they need more of those, all right? Like when you go to Universal, like Hollywood in summer, they have them going all over the park. Almost every 100 meters or 50 meters or so, you can stop and just cool down for like a minute. And yeah, and also in the ride queue lines, they have them as well. That's what they need to get here for summer. I really do think they do need to do that. It does help a lot. Cool. Let's see. Hey, Kobe. Good to see you too on the live. Thanks for joining once again. All right. I've got some stuff to go through as well. I mean, I just want to try and get through a few of the comments there before we move on to that. Both looping coasters are in Dreamworld. Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. What do you think the best roller coaster in Australia is? I think most people would have to agree it's probably DC Rivals Hypercoaster. Just, again, the size of the thing, the length of the thing, the different elements that you get on that. And, of course, there's the reverse seat as well. And even people around the world come here and ride it and rate it very highly in the world. So it would have to be. Although I enjoy Taipan due to that triple launch. I absolutely really enjoy that triple launch, the Taipan. And of course, yeah, all the ride. It's a fun ride. It's really fun coaster, that one. Also like the Big Dipper in Luna Park in Sydney as well. Single rail coaster. Very different ride experience to the other coasters here. And yeah, it's quite punchy. It really is. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It's really cool. Again, they're all different and they all give a different experience, essentially. What mazes would you like to see from Fright Nights 2024? New mazes with scary names. Do you think they might get Five Nights at Freddy's maze? That'd be cool, actually. That actually would be really cool. I don't know if they can get that IP. I'm not sure if the licensing around that, I don't know. But yeah, that would be cool, actually. Imagine walking into like the pizza shop and animatronic characters start playing and then they come out at you, and that would be cool. So yeah, anyway, that would be cool. I'm a big like classic horror movie fan. So like Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th, all those sort of ones. Of course, all the newer ones are also, awesome as well. But it would be cool to bring back a few of the classics again as well. Yeah, they're always popular, and I think always pretty scary. So again, getting the IP and paying for that license is what they have to hurdle over. So we'll see. What do we got? VRTP is lacking traditional looping coasters. Yeah. We have inverting coasters, but none of them are loops. Yeah. I know what you mean, obviously, with Taipan and Gold Coaster. Yeah, everyone loves a good looping coaster. Definitely. They're a fun ride. Yeah, I think SeaWorld would be good. I mean, they did have the corkscrew years ago. So it has the loop and the corkscrew. But yeah, you never know. I mean, I'm sure they'd be definitely forward planning new attractions all the time, because obviously they'd forward plan what they're going to do, cost it out, go to the executive board and say, hey, this is how much money we need for this ride. This is how it's going to look. This is where it's going to go. This is the rider numbers it'll bring. This is how many people it'll bring to the park. This is increase in ticket sales. This is the return on investment. And then they got to go, yep, here's the money, or nah, we're going to spend it on that instead. So that's how it kind of works in a nutshell. So yeah, I'm sure there's plenty in the pipeline. Obviously, they hold their cards close to their chest as far as what they're working on until things are sort of close to being announced. So anyway, we'll, as always, as soon as we hear anything official, we'll let you guys know for sure. All right. What is happening with the old restaurant at Dreamworld? Joshua says. So the Billabong restaurant, so as you can see, it's still, the structure has not been demolished. It is still standing. There's no official announcement from Dreamworld, but it's my understanding that their intentions are to have it as a food destination to service that sort of Rivertown and back of the park area. How that would look, whether it's one venue or whether there's 2, 3, 4 or more venues, who'd know? But I do know there's definitely plans for that. So something's definitely going to happen with that space. We don't know exactly what though. So let's leave it at that for now. I'm not going to Gold Coast Supernova. I'm saving up for the bigger conventions. Like in Australia. So you mean like Sydney, Melbourne, those Supernovas? Because Supernovas are pretty much the bigger ones, aren't they? But I know that, like the Melbourne, the Sydney one particularly is probably a lot bigger. So I think that's what you possibly might mean. Hoping Dreamworld Night Markets does another cosplay night or something like that. Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? I actually really enjoyed going along to that as well. So pretty cool. Let's hope they do. I'm pretty sure they will. Usually around the time of Supernova Comic Cons, they'll probably do something like that. Maybe not the same weekend, because I think they did that once, and then it was hard for people to go from the con then to Dreamworld and get there on time and in costume and all that. So I think they'll make it a week sort of before or after, just so people can do that and then have the Supernova or the Comic Con the following week. I think it works better that way anyway. I think that's a smarter way to do it too. Cool. Will they bring back the Ferris wheel from SeaWorld? Well, not the same one. No, that one. I think that is that the one in Brisbane now. I feel I know it was sold,
and I think it might be the one on South Bank. I could be wrong again, but I just think it might be the one that's in South Bank. Yeah, I mean, if anyone, I went on it when they had it here, and the views were absolutely amazing. It was air conditioned, which was fantastic. And then I think they had a couple of the carriages there where you could get a like food and drink service. I think from memory, I think it was something, or I might be getting confused with the Brisbane one, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it was pretty cool either way, and it did look awesome seeing a big wheel over, particularly from Southport when you look across to SeaWorld. It was cool. So you never know. It's funny though, when I was in Melbourne recently, I went down to Dockside and I was like, man, this is cool. Is it called Dockside? I think it's yeah. Anyway, went down there where the wheel is anyway, and I was told that it was. I didn't realize the wheel was closed since COVID, and I think they found some issues with it or something. So, and then the one in Dubai, the biggest in the world, it's also closed because of some structural issues. So it's interesting. They build these big wheels, massive and all that, and then all of a sudden there's issues with them, which is concerning, I suppose. So who knows? They look better going when they're actually on and working. Anyway. All right. Me and my mum went to Movie World on the last day of Hooray for Hollywood. It was amazing. Yeah, I really enjoyed that event too. Definitely enjoyed it. If you haven't already seen it, I've got a video out on that. Check that one out. Also on our podcast, Theme Park Cartel podcast, which is on Spotify. We did a wrap-up of that event, and also White Christmas as well, just recently. So be sure to tune into that as well. And actually, just while we're talking about the podcast, the Theme Park Cartel podcast. So obviously that's myself, Adrian from AU Theme Park Fan, and Riley from That's So Mid. So us three other Theme Park Cartel podcasts. Every 2 weeks, we do a podcast. And the good thing is because there's three of us, we've all got different areas of knowledge about different things. So we have quite a good, I guess, scope on what we're talking about. And we should change it up each week as well. Now, we'll be recording again the next episode this week, probably Wednesday night. So usually we'll release it on like a Thursday. So possibly this Thursday, the next episode of the Theme Park Cartel podcast will come out. But what we're doing again for this episode is we're asking you guys to email in a question or a message, but instead of typing, if you get on your iPhone or on your Samsung or whichever kind of smartphone you've got, there's a recording app, like a voice recorder app. Voice record your question, nice and clear and slow, obviously related to our topic, theme parks. You can either ask a question or you can say, hey, I went to such and such and I experienced this, and did you know that you can get into here or do that, or whatever it is. It might be like a small, short review, like I'm talking maybe 20, 30-second type scenario. We're going to play those on that podcast, and we're going to answer those questions as well, and you hear yourself on there. So that's what we're doing. You'll need to do that and get that emailed to the themeparkcartel@hotmail.com. So that's our email address, the themeparkcartel@hotmail.com, and that's cartel with a C. If you save that voice message and email it to that email address before 7 o'clock Wednesday night this week. All right. If you can do that, then we'd love to get a lot of your actual voice questions and messages or reviews. Short, very short, brief. Keeping in mind we only have limited time to play that and answer the questions and move on. So that'd be great. So we'd like to get some interaction from you guys for that. So appreciate that as well. Cool. How's Wizard of Oz building going at Movie World? Definitely a lot. There's a lot going on in there. Again, from the inside the park, we can't see a lot, but you can just see. Last time I was there, I zoomed in the back corner of the construction,
and you can see the footings. Like you just make out some footings and there's some scaffold. So there's a little bit of, I guess you can see a little bit, but nothing really to go, hey, look at this. When you're on the bat wing on that side or backward seats, DC Rivals, you can see into there. Obviously, you can't film into there, but you can see into there. There's definitely a lot going on. They're doing the station and that kind of thing. So, yeah, there's definitely lots going on. Someone mentioned they'd seen a crane with a track piece or some parts going through into there. I don't know, like a week or so ago. Last week when I checked out the storage area for the tracks and the poles next up near the studios, there was definitely some missing compared to when I was last there. Unless they've just moved them around and it looks emptier, maybe. But it definitely looks like some have been moved. But there's still a lot up there, obviously. So there's definitely, there would have to be an absolute truckload of work going on. Keep in mind, it opens this year. It opens at the end of this year. You're talking about 11 months. So heaps will be going on. We just can't see a lot. So, of course, when you can't see a lot, you just think, well, what's happening? But there is a truckload going on. They've even put the new billboard up down near Midway Games. They've changed that over now to Wizard of Oz. So they're promoting that in park. The store, as we featured 3 or 4 weeks ago, they've got the store ready. Well, the shell, I guess, of the store ready. That's open and trading as a Looney Tunes store, the old photo center in Main Street. That front half will become the Wizard of Oz store once the Wizard of Oz precinct is open. So definitely lots going on. Yeah. So as soon as we start seeing vertical poles, I'm sure, you'll start to see it on social media. It'll be people see that first pole. It'll be like, hey, everyone's going to be so excited that everyone's going to want to obviously post that to share with our followers and subscribers that, hey, look, there is something we can show you that we can all see now finally. So we all can't wait until that happens, which I'm sure won't be far away. Although keep in mind, Superman's going to be down on maintenance from the 5th of February until the 29th of March. So usually they push that fence way out to the front of Superman, so you can't even get near the joint. So we're not even going to be able to probably see anything for the next few months. And same with the Flash. They're doing a lot of work in that area. Again, they haven't just moved that ride over from Wet and Wild and turn it on and go. Complete refurb in terms of the operating system, everything's basically going to be new. And my pick, again, I said it last time, my pick for the opening date, and I haven't had any confirmation of this, is just my own personal opinion, and I could be completely wrong. I could be way off track, but I'm thinking it's going to be June holidays, the school holidays, around that mid-June, July, because the Flash movie comes out on, I think it's the 15th of June, I think it is. So, and that movie looks awesome, by the way. It kind of makes sense to align it to a movie launch and the school holidays. Brings the people to the park, go to the movie, see the movie, come to the park, ride the ride. It all makes sense to me. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. So I'm going to say I'll put money on it. I'll put $1. That's all I got. So let's see. I reckon definitely around that June for the Flash. Cool. All right, now I see heaps more comments coming through, and thanks again, so many. I'll try to get to most of your comments. As I do, I will very much try, because I really enjoy the interaction and engagement with you guys, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules and your week and your night with your family or what have you to join the live, and I really appreciate it. Cool. Now let me find where I was at, because everything moved up quite a bit when I was talking just before. Let me see. Don't forget the Super Bowl is coming up on the 12th. Yes. Who do I want to win or see in the Super Bowl? I think the Chiefs are in it, aren't they? Kansas City, I think. And if that's, I would love for them to win another Super Bowl. That's just me. So, yeah, it's exciting. I don't know if I probably won't be able to watch it because of work, and I don't think I'd be able to take the morning off or the day off for the Super Bowl. I have in the past, but we're pretty busy at the moment. So,
But yeah, excited to see that for sure, or to see who wins that. Bowden says hi. How are you, Bowden? Good to see you. It felt like 41 degrees in the Fraser Coast and Harvey Bay today. It was hot. Yeah, I bet it was. I saw the temps on the news right up, and definitely has been a lot. It's been so hot. My best friend was at the theme parks on Saturday. Did I see her? No, I was only at the theme parks on Friday last week because of the public holiday. I decided to go to Paradise Country on Australia Day, which is also the reopening day for Paradise Country. Again, if you just jumped on, I have actually I did a video for Paradise Country, and yeah, I dropped that last night. It features all of the shows and attractions and everything you can experience at Paradise Country, and you should check it out because I've had a lot of people saying, "Oh, I didn't realize there's so much to do there." So it actually is. It's a really awesome. It's an awesome park. Check it out. Reopen right now. 10 till 3:30 daily at the moment. The opening hours. Cool. What does maintenance mean? Maintenance is when they need to, in your car, and you need to take your car in to get oil change, spark plugs change, a tune-up, maybe replace the fan belt, make your car run smooth. That's what maintenance is for the rides. Same thing. There's certain parts they got to service, oil, change out, update, whatever, that kind of thing. Clean, just it maintains the life of the ride, and they have to have a regular maintenance schedule, safety, and maintains the ride and prolongs the life of the ride. Hope I explained that sort of well enough. Chris does rideshare for work and dropped off at Wet and Wild last Monday. Dropped off at Wet and Wild last Monday, first school day for Queensland, and it was packed. Yeah, outback car parks were full, main car parks were, and at the back car parks on the grass. Yeah, because I think was it New South Wales was still off as well. I think until, did they go back today? I think they might have gone back to school today. So obviously there's an overlap of states' holidays. And New South Wales and Victoria, obviously the biggest domestic markets who come to the Gold Coast. So it's always busy when they're here, and we really appreciate them coming up and enjoying the beautiful Gold Coast and all the theme parks up here. Yeah, mainly New South Wales plates. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. The temperature at Movie World on Saturday was 34 degrees. I bet. Probably felt hotter, I can imagine, with the concrete. Hi, Shane. Not happy that Whitewater World is not open Monday to Thursday anymore. That's right. Yeah, it's only Friday to Sunday now, reduced hours for Whitewater World. So keep that in mind. If you are planning a trip to Dreamworld and you want to go to the water parks, that Whitewater World is Friday to Sunday. Just pop online and all the information is there. And keep in mind that too, it's a seasonal park. That one will close at the end of April, maybe mid to the end of April, and will reopen again maybe early mid-September, around that time. All right. Let me see. So I did miss a few comments. I've gone back and got those comments. So apologies for that. Let's see. What do we got? Okay, we've said that one. My comments are just keep scrolling. Okay. Will they bring back? Oh no, we even spoke about that. See, my comments have just gone right up. Okay, I've found where I'm at. Again, apologies if I've missed some of your comments. It's just that when it scrolls up, I think maybe some people may retype your comment, which is fine. So then I think I'm back to where I'm at. So I might have missed
I might have missed something. So apologies for that. Went to SeaWorld last Friday and left. It was very hot and humid. However, it was cloudy and started to rain. Yeah, I was Paradise Country and Dreamworld, and yeah, we copped the rain there as well. It was nice though, wasn't it, to get the bit of the rain, cool down a bit. And then you went on Leviathan and the Storm. That sounds like an awesome day to me. That sounds cool. Just want to touch on a few things. We'll come back to some comments as well. So with Movie World, now we spoke about Splash Zone. Obviously, is currently on unscheduled maintenance, and we spoke about Wizard of Oz, and we've spoken about the Flash. We mentioned about Superman being down on maintenance from the 5th of Feb to the 29th of March. Doomsday is also going to be down on that in that exact time, 5th of Feb to the 29th of March, which I know some people are going to say, well, it's down most of the time. I think it's been operational lately, I think on and off. But anyway, I'm hoping when it reopens that it might. Let's just hope that it might, in fact, go all the way around. I mean, you never know. Probably not, but wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if it reopened and went all the way around again? How good would that be? I'm sure people would go all the way back there specifically to ride that. Should it go all the way around, I think that'd be a good thing. Batwing also, 5th of Feb to the 29th of March, will be down on maintenance. All right, so you got Batwing, Doomsday, and Superman all down 5th of Feb to the 29th of March. So if you're planning a trip, always check the website. Check out all the apps. Check out the ride status information. It will tell you. In fact, it's actually got the ride maintenance there pretty much for the rest of the year. So, if you're coming in April and you think, right, or May, and you're like, I'm going to ride that DC Rivals Hypercoaster. I've been dreaming about it for years. I've finally get to go there. I'm going to ride that coaster. Well, the Hypercoaster will be down on maintenance between the 25th of April and the 21st of June. Okay, so pretty much a couple months. 25th of April to 21st of June, DC Rivals Hypercoaster will be down on maintenance. Wild West Falls, another big ride people love to come and ride, will be down from the 29th of April to the 25th of June. All right, so again, this is all online. Check it out. But be aware of those dates. Easter is coming up, not too far away. So, obviously, with all the different states around Australia, the school holidays sort of overlap, or they're not all in the same block, essentially. But just to let you know, if you're from Queensland, Victoria, or Western Australia, the school holidays for Easter start on the 29th of March and they go to the 14th of April. All right, so 29th of March to 14th of April. So if you're coming, check out I think during that time, what do we got? March to April. I think most things will be open, actually. So they do try and work around that as well, the school holidays, because obviously the most people come here, and then after the holidays, they'll put them on maintenance. A lot of people will go, hey, let's not go to the theme parks during the holidays because it's busy. Let's go after the holidays. If you're those kind of people, and I don't blame you, I often think like that as well and do that as well. But then you got to think about the maintenance. If they're going to shut all the rides, then you're going to miss out on certain rides. So just, check all that out. Definitely check that out. If you're from New South Wales, South Australia, Tasmania, or New Zealand, some of these biggest markets that come to the Gold Coast. So New South Wales, SA, Tasmania, New Zealand. Easter holidays, 13th of April to the 29th of April. And if you're from the Northern Territory, it's from the 6th of April to the 14th of April. All right. Again, that's all available. The information is just online or in your diary, essentially. So, yeah, make sure you check out the ride schedules, maintenance schedules, so you're not disappointed, if you're coming before or after the holidays. But during the holidays, you should be fine. Just keep in mind it'll be busy. Not as busy as the period we've just had with Christmas. That's the busiest time of the entire year. April holidays, they're pretty steady, but they're not crazy busy, but just steady. So they're busy, but busy steady, not crazy like off the rails. Like December 27th type scenario. Not like that. Cool. We spoke about Paradise Country back open again. Make sure you get back there. SeaWorld. So they've got a couple of rides down on temporary maintenance. They've been down for a little while. So Donatello's Ninja Flies, it's in the Nickelodeon Kids area, and Patrick's Jellyfish Frenzy, they're still down on temporary maintenance. So there's no reopening date for those. I'm not sure what's going on there either. But interestingly, the Trident is going. It was actually down. It's down now. It went down on the 24th of January, and it's down until the 14th of March. So, which means that Trident won't be open for Carnival unless they decide to open it on those nights specifically. That's a possibility, but that's what it says currently on mine. If you're coming in March to ride Leviathan, it's going to be down between the 18th and 28th of March. All right. So, and I know a lot of people go, I can't wait to ride that. And it is an awesome ride, and you definitely have to ride it. So make sure you check out those dates. Jet Rescue is another one that will be on maintenance a little bit later in the year, but it's down from the end of April, 29th of April, to the 6th of June. All right. Again, all online. Carnival. So SeaWorld Carnival. Now, we're all excited for this. This is one of my favorite events. I absolutely love Carnival, especially like SeaWorld at night with all the lights, sea breeze. It's just beautiful. Summer evening, all the entertainment there, the music, the foods, the cocktails, the shows. It's awesome. That laser light, the Aqua laser light show on the lake is spectacular. 3 shows a night. You cannot miss. No matter what, you cannot miss that. You cannot miss one of those shows. Definitely make sure you check that out. If you're a Village One Pass, not the light version, but the normal Village One Pass annual pass holder, make sure you redeem your ticket to get your free ticket to go to that Carnival event. And now it's only on 6 nights over the month of February. So the first night starts this Saturday night, the 3rd of February. The second one will be the following Saturday, the 10th of February. And then you're looking at Friday, the 16th, Saturday, the 17th, and then the following Friday, the 23rd, and Saturday, 24th. Those are the Carnival nights. So get online. I know the tickets are selling fast, but yeah, definitely get along to one of those nights. It really is awesome. And do yourself a favor, try some of the different foods. They have a whole heap of different foods there, food trucks, food vans. I did a video a few weeks ago now, but it's I think it's on my end screen for my last video I did yesterday. It's everything you need to know about Carnival for this year. So if you check that video out, have a look at that. It'll tell you all about the event, what kind of foods they're having. There's a food pass you can buy as well, and where you can access that food pass as well, and what's included. Yeah, so I'll definitely check that out. That helps you out for the night and get you ready for the night. And again, it's a short night. I think it's 5:30 to 8:30. There's a lot to cram in that night, so you kind of really have to look online at the shows. The main show is that Aqua Color Light show. The main thing, though, is getting to all the 4 precincts and experiencing the music, the entertainment, and the foods. And, of course, that's the whole length of the park. So you got the Rio, which is usually at the top of the park. Again, it might be different this year. I'm pretty sure it's up the top. So Rio at the top by Nickelodeon store and the old monorail station. Then you've got Mexico at the middle of the park. The plaza is New Orleans, and then Africa is down at Castaway Bay. Don't forget, there is also, I think, 2 dolphin shows on at night as well. And all the rides will be open as well. But what I found is it's a bit of a struggle to try and get the whole park done and show everything and try and squeeze some rides. And although I definitely need to get a night ride on Leviathan this year, I definitely have to. But again, for me, I'll be running to try and film everything. And then, because of course I got wait time as well. So anyway, do what you can, but it's a great event. So Carnival, don't miss out on that one. It's starting this Saturday night. Fantastic. All right. Let's go to some of your comments, and then we'll talk about Dreamworld. Cool. How are we going for time, everyone? We're coming up to an hour. Cool. I'm conscious of everyone's time, especially those who are in other time zones.
So thank you very much, everyone who's on tonight, not just from Queensland, particularly those like an hour ahead of us here in Victoria, New South Wales, that kind of thing, other parts of Australia. Thanks to those from overseas as well who are on here, and it's even later or earlier in the morning as well. So thanks heaps. So we'll go to some more of your questions, and just again, without reading everyone's hello out, I just want to say a blanket hello and hi, and thank you all to everyone who is saying hi. How am I? I mean, I'm awesome. Thank you for asking. Had an awesome weekend, and hope everyone else did too. So thanks for everyone for that. I'll try and get to some of your, sort of the comments or the questions, I suppose. And I'll try my best to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, maybe someone on here will know the answer, because usually someone will have some other knowledge, or maybe can Google it. I'm trying to read the comments. Someone else could maybe Google the question and then provide the answer to us all if I don't know so I don't know everything, obviously. So I just try to have a broad knowledge where possible. Now I've got to find where I'm up to with the questions again. Let's go. Okay. Oh, gee. Again, heaps. Thanks heaps for the questions. There's heaps here. There's heaps. Probably got another 3 hours of questions to go. No, I haven't. Okay. I think I was up to. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. While I'm looking for that, has everyone had a chance to check out my merch online yet? It's at jaggsjourneys.com. jaggsjourneys.deco, so it's deco-apparel.com. And I've got like logo designs. I've got the picture of myself vlogging as well, which is like a cartoon image of myself, the theme park behind me. And yeah, I'm actually humbled to think that people are buying this stuff. There's been so many sales so far already, and I really appreciate everyone who has actually bought some of my merch on there. I really appreciate that. And I've bought some as well, because again, I'm getting it made by someone else for me. I'm just supplying with all the artwork and designs. And yeah, I think I showed the shirt last week in the live, and I was very happy, very impressed actually with the quality. So I wanted to make sure that you are getting something decent, not just cheap. It was the first lot of shirts I did myself were just, the quality was bad, the sizing was wrong. I have been selling them, but when people ask for a shirt, I send them the photo and I sort of say, oh, whatever size you are, you need to go up at least one size because it's not right. And I can't, deal with like all these returns and refunds and things. I mean, it's so hard. So this company will do all of that. So if something's not right, they do returns and exchange, or they do refunds or that kind of thing. So however they do on the website, it does tell you that when you to maybe get your favorite t-shirt that you got in your drawer, put it on a flat surface and measure. They tell you where to measure, get that measurement, because it should be the same, but often you'll find that if you're like me, I'm a large in some things, but in other things I'm an XL, and other things I'm an XXL, because of the make of the shirt. It just depends. The sizing is never consistent. So this company that I'm using is very consistent so far from what I've seen, and I've asked a few people, how's the sizing been, and it's been fine. So that's great. So it's pretty cool. So they're doing all my apparel. There's a few other things on there that they're doing. There are some hats on there, not embroidered, just a print. But I'm working with the company at the moment on embroidery stuff as well. It's just something they can do, but they haven't done on the online store side before. So I'm just working with them on how to do that. And then as soon as we've worked all that out, sort of operationally, then we'll launch that as well. But if you do want an embroidered hat for now, it won't have the 3D version like this, just a flat embroider, baseball cap, flat embroider. just message me on Instagram directly. We're doing those for 25 plus postage. Postage is about just gone up actually. It used to be about $10. I think it's like 11 or 13 with the box or something like that. It's gone up anyway, but we'll be able to quote it properly for you. And of course, if you're going to a theme park, if I'm going to be at that theme park and you're going to that theme park, I've done that before for people. I've just brought the merch with me and they just paid in cash or bank transfer and then it's done. So if you're local, can do that as well. Anyway, check out the website. It's cool and we'll aim to grow that as well. But again, massive thanks to those that have purchased so far. I really appreciate it. Cool. All right. Pretty sure I found where I was up to. Okay, read that one. I thought I did. Here we go. I know for a fact that in the villains area at Movie World, where Doomsday is, the Croc statue always does the water spray. Same with Mr. Freeze. Yeah, you're right. You can get that from them. But I feel like I've seen some actual misting fans somewhere as well. Not sure, again, where I've seen it, but just in my head, I've seen it somewhere recently. But yeah, you're right. You can cool down in those areas for sure. Hi Shane. I really like your merch. It's cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Loving the throwbacks you're doing on social media. Thank you for that. Yeah, I've been doing that for quite some time now. Throwback Thursdays. Getting a whole heap of photos I've taken over the years and throwing something on there. I've seen a lot of other people now jumping on that bandwagon and doing the same, which is fine, obviously, because everyone has different photos of their experiences at the parks as well. But yeah, thanks for that. I'm glad you enjoy those as well. DC Rivals. Thanks, Jason. That's where I saw the misting fans. That's exactly where I saw them. I knew I'd seen them. You did right. That's exactly where it is. And Wild West as well. Oh yeah, okay. Is that? I can't think. Is that down the far end? Might be down the far queuing area of West. But yeah, that's right. DC. Yes, they got the spray misting fans there. I was at Wild West today and was sick as. You mean the ride was sick, like it was cool, or you were feeling sick? I hope you weren't feeling sick. If you were, I hope you're feeling better. I guess with the heat, it makes you feel sick, like sunstroke. So you got to keep the waters going all day long. All right. Saw the Flash ride a couple of weeks ago. It's looking very good so far. Very excited. Yep, we're all excited for that ride. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit of a different ride experience, even though it's the same ride. I mean, with what they're doing to it, we just hope the ride experience will be different. Much like Buzzsaw from Dreamworld that got sold off, sent down to Victoria to Gambaya World, completely refurbished. Geez, they did a stack of work. Look, that ride is essentially brand new ride, pretty much, right? And I tell you what, it is definitely a different ride experience to Buzzsaw. In fact, I actually really like Project Zero. I didn't really like Buzzsaw, but it's the same ride. It's just been fully restored and new parts, and yeah, it's just a bit of a different experience and smoother. I love it. So hopefully that'll be the same with that. Ride is saying Five Nights at Freddy movie is distributed by Universal, so they may not have that one at Fright Nights here. True. However, if they paid for the IP, they potentially could have it. So they've done that before with other IPs. So if they're willing, obviously that company would say, well, money talks. So it would have to be worth their while to do something that's not their own IP. But we'll see. We'll have to watch that space as well. RMR Squad. I'm going to the Comic Con on the Gold Coast. Supernova. Yep, I've never missed one, and we'll always be there. We always put out a video. We'll be there as well. Matt, have you heard any more news about the wedgie? No, Matt, I haven't. Not at all. I'm sorry. Haven't heard a thing. Don't know.
again, we'll just have to keep watching that space. David's bringing his family over from New Zealand in April. Well, welcome when you come over here. We'd love to see you over in the Gold Coast. I hope you enjoy our weather in April. It's actually really nice that time of year. You'll find it's still probably pretty warm, depending on what part of New Zealand you're coming from. But I appreciate you saying it's good watching my videos. Well, thanks heaps. I've got there's a video at least one video every week uploaded, if not more. Plenty of social media content during the week on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook. You'll see plenty of content being uploaded on those as well. And of course, the main channel, YouTube here. We feature all the events, attractions, things that are getting constructed. And we obviously just try to keep everyone informed on what's happening at the parks here in the Gold Coast. So you will know what to expect on your visit. So I hope it sounds like these videos are of some help to you, and I'm glad. So I hope you guys have an awesome time here in April. And if you got any questions, David, before then, just chuck us a message on Instagram. If you want to know something specific or you're not sure about something, just flick us a message. Happy to answer some questions. If I know the answer, happy to help you. All right. What do you think of? What do I think the future of Movie World looks like? That's a good question. Well, I do know, even though it looks like they don't have a lot of land, I actually do. There's land around the park that they actually own that's not in the fence line currently. So there is actually a lot. So I don't know. I mean, I think definitely Movie World needs to be bigger, because on those busy days, it's shoulder to shoulder. The queues are horrendous. So you need more of those rides that, absorb the crowds more. The bigger the park, the more attractions and rides they absorb and take care of the crowds, I suppose, or the impact of the crowds around the park. They do need more. The park is very popular. So, I don't know what. I mean, definitely it would be great to see more coasters. But, I mean, there is awesome coasters there already. They could definitely do with at least another one big one or two. But what we do really need to see is an awesome dark ride. And we've spoken about this so many times, even on our podcast as well. Those of you that have been to the likes of Disneyland, Universal Studios, overseas, just think Indiana Jones, just think Transformers, any of those Harry Potter rides, like next level dark rides, Star Wars, Rise of the I haven't been on the new one. Geez, the name just escaped. Rise of the, someone will put it on here. That new ride. Thing is, those rides cost over $100 million. Like literally a lot of money. Rise of the Resistance. Sorry. Name just escaped me for that second. Rise of the Resistance, Star Wars. I mean, all those rides, the theming, immersive, the ride vehicles, the quality, just amazing. And that's what Movie World needs. It would bring people from overseas to here. I mean, much like Hypercoaster kind of does anyway, but something else. So I think a big dark ride, maybe a different kind of stunt show, or other kinds of shows, perhaps as well. Something with the studios, a tour, kind of like they used to have, but more modernized. I don't know. I think there's opportunity. It's if you think about it, it's got a good blueprint for being something bigger. I mean, I think Movie World was probably better in the early days than it is now, and it didn't have as many sort of roller coasters and things, but it did have was really cool. I think they got it right from the start. They actually got it right, and then it kind of lost its way a bit. And I know that's only because also technology changes, so they got rid of the soundstage, the Superman and the sound effects and all that kind of thing. Put in a ride. I get it, and I support that too, definitely. But it's turned into sort of more. it's not a movie park anymore, if you know what I mean. Like, I just think that's my own opinions, by the way. It's and yeah, I just think it needs more movie-based stuff there as well. So that's probably what I would hope to see for the future movie. A bit more movie-based stuff, some massive dark ride, maybe a couple more coasters, something linked to the studios, set tours, whatever it might be. That kind of stuff. Maybe another show. I think there's room to grow that park and do more with it. And they get the numbers. I know there's times in winter and off peak where they don't get the numbers. And that's the thing. That's the risk, I suppose. And I suppose times like COVID, when international tourism drops right off, it affects the numbers too. But let's just hope that never happens again as well. Cool. Have I heard any more? No, we read that one, so that's cool. That's a good question, by the way. Was Fright Nights 2023 good? Absolutely. Loved it. I love all the Fright Nights. They do an awesome job. Did it have any parts I didn't like? Or not really. Probably, I don't know. I think it could have been scarier, actually. Maybe a little bit more scare factor. And even in the precincts around the park, don't get me wrong, they did an awesome job. It was an amazing event, always is, top notch. But people come to these events like that to really be scared and to, I don't know, some people are. Everyone's scare level is different. I kind of laugh more than scream. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think more scary things like that would be cool. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Wasn't really anything I didn't like. So they could have done better with the Wild West Falls ride. Other than just lighting, they could have done some fog, some scary music, to make that a little bit more scarier. But anyway, maybe this year. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Okay. How much are the dingo photos at Paradise Country? I'm actually not sure, sorry, because I didn't actually do the dingo photos, but they definitely do. I think they still do dingo photos. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. You'd have to just jump on their website and take a look at what options they have for photos with their animals. I don't want to give the wrong information. I don't work for Paradise Country or any of the theme parks, so some of the information, like particularly with pricing, things can change pretty regularly as well with prices. I might actually be going to Supernova Gold Coast. I might be going to the second day. Enjoy. Should Dreamworld or even Movie World bring back a Star Wars experience like Dreamworld had done before? I think, Chris, you mean like when they had that Star Wars? They had, I think it was the 501st Legion, which are the official Star Wars guys who have all the costumes. They did do parades and things there, but now that it's owned by Disney, there's a real big thing about it. Probably a big no-no, essentially. But I think they can do something with that at the night markets, just not during the day at Dreamworld. And Movie World would be a no for sure, purely because of the licensing being Disney now. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what's the go is with those. What's your favorite ride? Wet and Wild. Yours is Kaboom. Oh yeah, Kaboom's pretty cool. Yeah, actually that's pretty good. I do. Yeah, I don't know. I do like quite a few rides there. Maybe Tornado. Oh, Black Hole's pretty cool. Pretty scary. Yeah, Tornado. I like the Tornado. Although, geez, yeah, there's so many good rides there. Constrictor is also another one I like. So, they're all good. I'd say Tornado. I'll say Tornado. Dates for Supernova Gold Coast is April 13th and 14th. Awesome. Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate that. Those of you who are heading to that one. Blake's vlog saying he sent his question in for the theme park cartel. Thank you very much for that. Recorded your question on the voice recorder and emailed it to the theme park cartel at hotmail.com. You'll hear that one on this week's episode of our next podcast. Cool. Thank you, mate. The Big Crouchy I've been seeing videos about the new Donkey Kong ride being built at Epic Universe. Yeah, how good is it? Oh, and the ride mechanism looks awesome as it simulates the old SNES game, NES game with jumping, breaking tracks, etc. Yeah, how good is it? It's amazing how they've done that. Actually, it's so crazy. Those of you that haven't checked it out yet, if you jump on to YouTube and just type in Universal Epic or just Epic Universe theme park, something like that, you'll find it. Donkey Kong. It's crazy. The next level stuff. So yeah, I'd love to get over there at some point. A lot of money. I think that's opening 2025, that park. So yeah, that'd be cool, and it'd be so cool. And yeah, it's how they do that. Even just all the rides, how they make them look like the games and everything. It's incredible. It's so good. Can't wait for that one as well. I went on Superman Escape. There's still no tracks on site. And you may not see. I mean, they may put. I think you're talking about Wizard of Oz, so they might have an area where they've put them for now. They wouldn't just maybe spread them all around. They might be in one spot, or they might only have a few pieces that have gone in. If any have, yeah, there might be a chance that they might not, but they might have just moved some a bit closer or something like that. Cool. Is there any possibility through your connections, my connections, you could get a behind the scenes update filming in Scooby-Doo? Possibly, but of course, when they're working on things, it's essentially, I guess, like a construction zone. So there's safety. There'd be a sign in, sign out. There'd be inductions have to be done because there'd be potentially electrical wiring and things like that. So yeah, it maybe not. You never know. I'm going to a theme park next week. Haven't been to Dreamworld for around a year. Is it worth it? I've been to Movie World multiple times. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't been, well, I mean, what's changed in a year? Pretty much the kids area. So if you've got kids, definitely all that new Ocean Parade, Belinda and Kenny and Belinda's Dreamland is awesome. It's finished. It looks amazing and it's cool. A big red roller coaster ride, big red boat roller coaster ride, planes, all that sort of thing. So it depends on if you've got a family. Again, I'd say yes for sure. Get back and check it all out. And of course, you got the Taipan there and the Claw, other cool rides, Gold Coaster. Definitely worth checking out for sure. Just vintage cars though are still closed at the moment because they were going to be opening sort of early Feb, I think it was early to mid Feb, because it sustained storm damage from the Christmas storms. However, as I featured on my video that I just dropped yesterday, that's still closed. And having a look through, they haven't probably started to do much in there yet. But they've changed the reopening date to the 27th of February, which I think is a Tuesday. So that's when the vintage cars is due to reopen. However, keep an eye on the website. That date may get pushed out later to March because once they start pulling the trees away and fixing the fences, they might find other things that has sort of happened under there that they might not have been aware of, and that could take longer. Plus, this whole next week we're due to get a stack of rain, and down there, if we're getting a lot of rain, it can flood as well. So that could put them out another week or two as well. So that date, whilst it says 27th of Feb, it's probably not locked in until they really start working on the area and they know. But anyway, yeah, that's what's happening with the vintage cars. I love the new look of the giant drop. Yeah, it's definitely cool, isn't it? Definitely pretty cool. What have we got? A brief update on the ride count. I've been on it 64 times. I think Ryder's talking about Superman. I think he's been on Superman 64 times. And that's only in what? 3 weeks? I think he told me. So, or 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. That's pretty impressive. That's more than I've actually ever ridden it in the entire time it's been open. So hats off to you, Ryder. That's pretty impressive. Someone who was scared of it and wasn't sure about it, you've done very well. Indeed. That's a massive effort. You need to go to White Christmas 2024 this year. Yeah, I'm always at all the events. Yep. Do you like a UK TV show, Ballamore? No, I haven't heard of that one. Sorry, Kobe. I actually don't watch. I actually really don't watch TV, other than maybe the news, like a Today Show, maybe, or whatever in the morning, and the news at night. I really have very little time. I'm a very busy person, so I actually don't get time to watch hardly any TV. Even I struggle to watch a lot of YouTube. I do watch mainly YouTube, but when I say mainly, there's still days go by where I'm not even on there. I've got other stuff to do. I'm busy with other projects I'm working on and things like that. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't seen that show, mate. So cool. Let me see. Will I go to the Rivertown opening? 100%. I certainly will be. Well done on your amount of subscribers. Schooners Bunch, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. To answer a previous question of yours, yes, we'd love to see as much content if you want. We'd love to see as much content as you want if you get to do that US trip. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's on the cards. It's been, again, we had the US trip booked and paid and secured right when COVID hit. So we had to cancel it all, of course, like many people. We lost some money. Luckily, not too much, but we still did. And we're hoping to have gone last year, but it's just, man, the cost of the flights, the exchange rates changed. Everything's gone up significantly. So we just like, wow, we're going to have to spend more, like a stack more, which, I understand we're going to have to probably anyway. But the flights are coming down now, which is really good. So I think this year we'll definitely see, and we're already starting to see a lot more specials coming up for flights and things. So hopefully this year, it just depends on our work. We work full time, and we're busy and got to try and schedule in annual leave and all that kind of stuff. So it's always tough. But yeah, hopefully it's definitely on the plans for this year. We have a few destinations on our board of where we're going, where we want to go, I should say, and we'll have to just prioritize that in terms of where we want to go, because for us it'll be our family holiday, and I'll be obviously vlogging as well, so that we can provide you guys with some cool theme park and attractions updates. And I do have, last time I had some really cool stuff planned that I'd also be planning to do again, kind of off the theme park sort of stuff, but it's still, if you're into theme parks, you'd still enjoy some of this stuff. So yeah, there's a bit in the planning. The fingers crossed we'll get there this year. So we'll see how we go. It's got to save, and it's very hard to save money right now, as we all know, with the cost of living, right? It is getting tougher and tougher. But anyway, we'll do our best. We definitely want to keep bringing you guys a stack of content, and we've got to travel to be able to do that as well, to keep the content exciting and new and fresh as well. Hey, Mike. How are you? Good to see you on the live. Thanks for coming on. What are you saying there? One thing I learned this week when looking ahead, since you're talking about the school holidays, in next year's Queensland school year is starting a week later, so the holidays will line up with others. Really? Okay, that's interesting. And then, you know what? How good would that be to actually have all the holidays at once? I think that makes sense, right? That's interesting. So 2025, Queensland starts a week later, lining up with New South Wales and Vic and all the other states. That's awesome. Thanks for letting us know about that. I definitely didn't know that. So that's really good to know. Definitely for planning as well for next year. That's definitely awesome. Jake, your last live? Not sure what you mean. Why do you decide to answer comments? Why do you decide to answer comments? It's great. Keep doing it. Like on videos. Do you mean I'm not sure on your question. Sorry, Jake, or if I'm understanding what you're asking. Why do I answer people on my videos? Do you mean when everyone comments on there? I think it's important if people are taking the time to make a comment to me. If it's just obviously I get a lot of comments, like a stack, and I do try to sort of comment as where I can and where it's appropriate to. A lot of the time I'll do a heart or a like if it's I agree, because of just the sheer amount I'm getting through. It's just it's a lot. So yeah, if someone's taking time to write and ask a few things, I'll definitely reply back. And sometimes it might take me a day or so. I try to get it ASAP, but of course I work full time. So during the day, I'm not on the social stuff. It's at night when I finish. So, but yeah, I do try to answer, and I hope you appreciate it. So, I appreciate you guys watching the videos and interacting as well. Cool. I hope to answer your question. I think that's what you were meaning. I hope I answered that correctly for you. Yeah, cool. Is there a splash zone or somewhere you can cool off at SeaWorld? Absolutely. So, well, plenty at SeaWorld, actually. If you just jump on the storm coaster, you will get soaked. So there's one. If you head down to Castaway Bay, there is actually a splash zone called the Reef, and that's right next door to Castaway Bay. It's like for little kids, really, but it's a splash zone. So, yeah, definitely you can cool off in there in that splash zone there. I think what else we got there? That would be probably it, I would think. Yeah. So there's definitely places you can cool down there because SeaWorld, it gets really hot there. And so it's a big park too. It's a long park, long walk. They don't have misting fans in the Wild West Falls queue, just in the load and unload stations at Movie World. Cool. Yeah, thank you for that. They need them in the queue lines. That's where they need them. Cool. Don't forget to like this live feed from my moderator. Thank you for my moderator saying don't forget to like this live feed. Thank you for that. Chris needs special effects stage and train background movie. Yeah, I was saying it before, right, Chris? I agree with you. I miss that too, and that's what they need for sure, 100%. Jake's saying I can't wait for the Wizard of Oz because he loves TNT, same layout. Yeah, TNT at Gombye World, absolutely. One of the coasters in there is definitely the suspended family coaster, and same as TNT, same layout. Themed differently. It's going to be awesome. It's an awesome ride. If you're not sure, if you check out my Gombye World video, I've actually I was allowed to film on that ride, so I've got on-ride POV footage on that ride as well, so you can actually experience what it's like to ride it through my video. So just search Gombye World Jaggs Journeys, you'll find it, and check it out. Yeah, it's awesome, Jake. It's a good ride. Definitely a good family ride too. Definitely good.
Batman ride needs to come back. Yeah, the simulators were so good. So good. Stunt show based on Mad Max. Yeah, I agree with that, actually. Waterworld, I don't know. I mean, Waterworld's a great show at Universal, but the movie itself wasn't that great. But the show is amazing, right? But I think Mad Max, right on the money. Right on the money there. It's iconic, it's nostalgia, and it's still current as well. Bang on. Let's tell them. Mad Max it is. We'll see what they do. We shall see. Stephen, mate, thank you so much again for jumping onto the live feed all the way from the USA. I really appreciate it. And thanks again for the coffee. And again, I apologize if I mispronounced your surname. I do apologize. I think I might have got it right, but apologies if I got it wrong. Maybe I'll go Stephen P from now on. But apologies for that. Are you sure that there's a Flash movie coming out in June this year? I'm pretty sure there is, and it's got Michael Keaton playing Batman in it. I think that's, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it is. Anything about the Wizard of Oz precinct? Nothing new, Daniel. Just there's work going on in there. We can't really see a lot. Yeah, I can't really give you too much more than that. But I'm sure it won't be long before we'll start seeing a lot more. So we'll always provide you guys with updates, of course, on my channel. Stephen's saying, I don't know who owns the licensing for these, but I'd love to see Stargate, Farscape, or even Sliders out of theme park. True. Yes, they would be very popular. Indeed, they would be. Yeah, I'm not sure who owns them either. But again, with they can pay for the IPs and have different things. Like at Warner Brothers Movie World here in the Gold Coast, years ago, they did actually have Shrek, which is Universal. So they paid for that IP. They had the 4D movie. They had the store. They had the characters in park for a period of time, quite a few years. And then, of course, they sold that or they got rid of that. They decided to end that. And then DreamWorld picked it up. And DreamWorld had it for a while. Then they, with DreamWorks, and then they got rid of that as well. Obviously, SeaWorld have Nickelodeon, but they used to have Sesame Street. So they can do it. They can definitely do it. It depends popularity, how much it's going to cost them, I guess, to have that license, and what it's going to bring to the park. So yeah, you never know. You never know. Yeah, Sliders was an awesome TV show. Absolutely right. Do I like 60s music? It's a random question, Kobe. What's 60s music? That's like Beatles. Like the Beatles. I do like the Beatles. I've got to tell you. Yes, I like the Beatles. Probably from the 60s, that would be my favorite. But my favorite, no, it's not my favorite, as in it's not my favorite. I'm more, obviously in my videos, I put a lot of house music or upbeat, funky music. I love hip hop, R&B. That's the kind of music I'm into. So that's why you'll see a lot of that kind of flavor, I guess, of music coming through in my videos, or on TikTok, or on Instagram stories, or what have you. A lot of the newest trending music, I quite like a lot of that as well. Try to keep up with the trends, of course, but I'm a big 90s hip hop, old school fan, so that's my favorite, and that's still popular today. Like all those groups are still popular. You go to the clubs or whatever, festivals, and they're playing that music. So there you go. How much is Paradise Country Dingo Photos? Again, I'm not sure. You'll have to jump online and have a look at that. Let's have a look. Do I think that the Dreamworld sign on top of the giant drop is sometimes turned on and sometimes turned off? Yes. You mean the one that goes right down the length of the whole entire... They turn it off at night, well, like late at night. It's probably on a timer, right? So I've driven past there at like midnight, and it's definitely been off. So yeah, it would be on a timer.
Ileana's saying Justice League is her favorite ride in movie world. It's a really awesome ride. It's well themed. It's particularly from the theming perspective. I love it for that, 100%. Not so much for thrilling or other things, but I do like it for that, for the theming. I'm not going to White Christmas this year because of the annual pass might run out. That's cool. What do you do as a full-time job? I sell drinks. I work for a beverage company. An indoor rapid river ride. Hey, John. Indoor rapid ride. Interesting. There's probably one in the world somewhere. I haven't seen one. There probably is. Yeah, something like that might be pretty cool as well. Might be pretty cool. Definitely, yeah. A lot of indoor stuff. They can make it feel like outdoors, but have it indoors. Much like Warner Brothers World at Dubai. That whole theme park is indoors, and man, I'd love to go there one day. It just looks incredible. In fact, Theme Park Worldwide, we just did recently. Jump on their YouTube and check it out. They did an awesome review of that theme park, and it's just crazy. It's just to think that's all inside it blows your mind. They need to do something like that here, I reckon, especially with the heat. Imagine being air conditioned. Be awesome. Sunscreen sales might go down though, probably, but I guess if your drink sales are down, you could turn up the heat, so you could control that, which would be pretty cool. You've been stuck on the Justice League ride, yeah, or at least that's just stoppage, and that's really it. You're my favorite YouTuber in Australia. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say that. There's a lot of choice out there, so I appreciate it. You're really close on the surname. Stephen. Okay, the first part is kind of like rudder. So is it Patabor or Pewterbor? Patabor? Again, apologies if I got it wrong. It's not when someone says it to me, then I'm right. It's just obviously we communicate via typing, so it's difficult. So I'll get it right one day. I wonder why there's no Harry Potter world or section at Universal. Is arguably one of their biggest productions. Yeah, because Warner Brothers. Sorry, what's that? So I wonder why there's no Harry Potter section at Universal. There is. Harry Potter, yeah. Harry Potter is at Universal. So Universal Studios owns the theme park rights to Harry Potter theme park rights. So like Warner Brothers, it's a Warner Brothers movie. That Warner Brothers here sells the merch, but they can't have an attraction. Universal owns the rights to have an attraction for Harry Potter. So that's how that works. Apparently. And again, it's only what I've heard. So something similar to Jurassic World ride. Yeah, that'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Jurassic World. That's a cool ride. I like the one in Hollywood, Universal Studios. I take it it's still like this. You go around the bend and there's the Mickey ears bobbing in the water there. I think that was pretty cool, pretty funny. It's been here for years, so obviously part of the ride. Do I watch Deal or No Deal? No, I don't. Sorry. Stephen also loves 90s hip hop. Absolutely. Love it. It's the best. I actually got to meet, those of you that may or may not know, Naughty by Nature. So 90s hip hop, one of the best groups ever. I absolutely love their music. Years ago, I actually got to meet them. I was supposed to be at my friend worked at a radio station back in Auckland. This is back in about 2000. And they were there for a concert, and he was interviewing them on the radio. And he'd arranged for me to meet them during his interview. And I was running late. And when I got there, they already locked down the station. It was at night, so they already locked the doors. And I got talking to these couple of big, I think it was Samoan bouncer type dudes that was sort of just hanging out the front. And there was a big minivan parked on on the sidewalk, and I just got talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, I can't let you up." I'm like, "Oh, damn," And they said, "Why are you here?" I said, I've been invited here to meet as a music artist," and they went, "Oh, Naughty by Nature," and I went, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, we're their drivers, and this is their van." And then it started raining, and then like, "Hey, jump in the van, and they'll be down in like 20." I'm like, "What?" So I jump in the van, and about 20 minutes later, they come out and they sat in there. I got to meet them, just me and them. Got to say hi. I didn't have camera phones in those days. Obviously, this is the year 2000. I had the old Nokia brick phone, but I do have the autographs, which is cool. So KG, Vinny, and Trich, that was so cool. Probably one of the best moments was actually having that time with them for probably 5 minutes. It was cool. So I was pretty lucky there. But yeah, I love all their kind of music. It's awesome. Then we spoke about some of the other we were talking about famous people a few weeks ago, people we've met, and probably the biggest one I had was Taylor Swift when she came to Movie World years ago. I worked there years ago, and I had to go in very early one morning to Superman when the retail store was at the Superman ride to print photos for. We were just told guests that came. We weren't told anything. So I just went in there with one of my staff, actually two of my staff, I think it was. And she rocks up. It was like 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning after one of her concerts in Brisbane. And they went on the rides. She was there with Blake Lively, which is a friend of hers. Who's also married to Ryan Reynolds. So he was there. But yeah, when they came off the ride, they came straight up to me to the counter, and we printed the photos. I was just talking to them like anyone else. How was the ride? Did you love it? Yeah, cool. That was sort of like all screaming like when everyone else comes off the ride. They're always excitable. And I was just saying to her, I'm sure this ride is probably nothing compared to some of the roller coasters you've ridden in the States. And she goes, "Oh yeah, but it was still awesome." Or I'm not sure, can't remember if she said awesome, but she said yes, it was still pretty cool. Or it was still a good ride. She enjoyed the Superman ride, and it is a good ride, obviously. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I was fortunate, I guess, to get again one-on-one Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. It was pretty crazy, and there's been plenty of other famous people over the years. They're movie stars, music stars, just through there, and also through other contacts. It's always nice meeting those people, and I think they appreciate it too when you don't go crazy meeting them. You just talk to them normally and communicate as you would with anyone. They like to be just treated normally, I guess, too. So it's pretty cool. All right, we got off track there, but anyway. I've got Stephen. Thanks for that, Stephen. I'll remember that for next time, how to pronounce your name. Cool. I think apologies, everyone, if I missed some comments because they've been coming through thick and fast, and I'm trying to keep scrolling back, and I probably have missed a few. And again, it's very hard to keep up with them all. So I appreciate everyone who is actually commenting and asking questions. If I've missed your comment, just pop it on Instagram as well, like direct message on Instagram, and I'm happy to get back to you as well. So I'll do my best on the live. It can be a bit challenging with the amount coming through and the screen moving around and that sort of thing as well. And it's crazy. So when was your last Dreamworld video filmed? Last Friday. I was there Friday afternoon. Going to SeaWorld on the Carnival on the 24th. I hope you enjoy that. We are looking forward to Carnival. Jake's going to Movie World later this year. I'm so nervous. My heart pounded too far out of my chest, and it's probably in Movie World at the moment. That's awesome that you're excited for Movie World. There's some awesome rides there. Sorry, Stephen. I just saw the rest of your comment then about how I got your pronunciation of your surname correct. However, your other family members may disagree. So that's interesting. Pretty funny. That's good. Hey, Julie. You tagged me in the Movie World new sign video on TikTok. Yeah, awesome. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us on the live here tonight. It's greatly appreciated as well. What's my favorite Funko Pop? I got too many. And this isn't just my personal collection. It's family collects these, so there's a mixture. And this isn't. This is actually not the whole collection. What you're seeing, but I do have. I do like the music ones that have like the album, like the bigger sort of ones. And probably not one favorite one though. Although I do have a couple of Chase Pops and a couple of the cartoon characters from like the 80s, like Hanna-Barbera characters, that kind of thing. So I like that kind of thing. But yeah, probably there's too many to be honest. There's absolutely way too many there. Who do I like more, Tim Tracker or Theme Park Worldwide? Well, I think they're both very different. I was probably watching Tim Tracker before I was watching Theme Park Worldwide. Although I've been watching both of them for quite some years, and it's been really cool to see them both grow as well and change over the years. I think, to be honest, they're two very different kind of styles as well. I really do love US theme parks, and so for that, probably Tim. But saying that, yeah, again, Theme Park Worldwide travel the world a lot. So it's a hard one because I enjoy watching their content, when they were here. I also like just recently watched their video in the weekend of their Dubai, some of their Dubai videos. So yeah, I mean they're both awesome channels, and I probably couldn't say who's my favorite out of them. I like them both for different reasons, I suppose. Yeah. So, what else we got here? It's been saying 2 weeks he's been riding the Superman Escape over 60 times. Impressive, mate. Very impressive. John Cloud saying a comment relating back to the Dreamworld lights on the tower, 9:35. This was 10 minutes ago, and the lights are still on the tower. Yeah, he lives near Dreamworld. You can see the tower. Yeah, I reckon it must be around about either 10:30 or 11 o'clock, maybe, that they go off. Have a look. Maybe it's alarm for midnight, and look out and have a look. Although you probably got an early start, but yeah, I have definitely seen them off late, like as I say, midnight-ish kind of time. What's my favorite Beatles or concert or year and song? Oh, that's a really tough question to answer, because when I say I like the Beatles, I mean from that era, that would be my favorite for sure. And probably because my dad was really into the Beatles and he got to go to a Beatles concert all those years ago. So, and he used to play that music when I was a kid. I don't know. I mean, I think that all their music is just amazing. So, yeah. And there's actually a friend of mine is actually in a group called the Bootlegs, and they basically are the Beatles, essentially. They even dress like them, the wigs, but they sound like you'd swear you were watching the Beatles. They are amazing, incredible. If you ever get to see them live around, I know they probably tour around a little bit, but I know certain places they'll have gigs, Brisbane, maybe Gold Coast, or even further afield. The Bootlegs, you got to check them out, and you should go, because amazing. Just all I can say is amazing, incredible, very talented, very talented. A friend of mine, he does the drums on there, so crazy, so good. But yeah, so probably to answer your question, Kobe, there's probably no specific one favorite, because I'm probably not that much of a deep fan, but I do generally love their music. So from that era, if you're talking that era, from that era.
Cool. What else we got here? Family Odyssey signing off for the night. Time to get some rest. Thank you for the interaction. Enjoying the rest of the week. Catch up your next journey. Absolutely. Thank you so much again for supporting my channel, being on here for the live chats, and also for watching the videos and commenting. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Enjoy your week as well. Bodie saying my biggest achievement is getting to chase yourself and theme park worldwide with a chainsaw. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, at Evil Corp. That's right. That was so cool too. That's another one you got to go if you're in Brisbane. Got to check out Evil Corp in Fortitude Valley. It's an all year round haunt. We do have a video on the channel. Check it out. And yeah, we're invited down there through Bodie, but with the awesome people that own Evil Corp. And it's an all year round haunt. I think it's, Bodie, is it still only Friday, Saturday nights, or is it extended? I think just check it out online anyway. Evil Corp. It is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. If you really want to be scared and not just have to wait for Halloween time. So, what do I want to see from the Scooby ride in 2025? I just want to see something different in there, but it's pretty much just a better ride experience and maybe just an upgrade of the theming. Just an overall refresh, I suppose, but a good nod back to the original, I think would be great. Cool. Anything else in the WB Kids? I think there's definitely room for another flat ride in there. You're right about that, or maybe even a couple of flat rides. Always good to have more of those smaller rides in that area. Any flat ride would probably be would definitely be good for in there. Bodie's saying Evil Corp just Saturday nights for the maze. However, Friday nights the bar is open without the actors. Okay, cool. So you can go down for a drink down the steps there to the bar and hang out in the air conditioning. And they got some awesome cocktails in there as well, by the way. So check that out. But Saturday nights when they do the actual maze, and the maze is actually haunted. It's in a very old building, and there's a part in there that is actually haunted. The owner told me this because there's one part in there my video footage did actually muck up a bit, and I was wondering why, because it wasn't strobing or anything, strobe lights, and it was the part where they said was actually, they reckon, was haunted. So crazy to think that, but so awesome experience. I'd recommend it. Anyway, guys, we've been going just under 2 hours, and we're going to leave it there. I've actually got to the bottom of the questions, and again, I think I got most of your questions. Apologies if I have missed a question there. As I said before, feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram. Always happy to answer your questions, and I'll definitely appreciate everyone who watches the videos and supports Jaggs Journeys on social media as well, and also with my merch, jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com. Appreciate the support there. Also, don't forget to check out the Theme Park Cartel podcast. Our next episode will be later in the week, and you've still got time to send your voice memo, recorded voice memo question, or sort of a small review you've done on what your thoughts were on a ride or something like that. You can do a voice memo, email that to the themeparkcartel@hotmail.com before 7 o'clock Wednesday night, and that will be played live, or they'll be played on the podcast, and we'll be answering your questions as well. Drew just made a comment. Love your comment. Thank you very much, Drew. Goodbye for now. Need to go to bed. Work in the morning. Absolutely. I think we're all about that time now. I definitely don't want to go over 2 hours, guys. But thank you all so much for joining me, for the interaction. It's amazing. I really appreciate everyone who's continuing to join me on this journey. And don't forget, I'm really trying to grow this channel. So don't forget, if you're watching, you're not subscribed, it's free to subscribe. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. It tells you when I upload new videos. And if you can share my videos with your friends and family as well, and any likes and comments is always appreciated. I really want to hit that next milestone of 10,000 subscribers, and we're doing well. We're doing really well. When we get to that, we'll be making an announcement as well. So thank you all very much for your ongoing support. We're going to leave it there for now. Thanks again, everyone, for the live feed. Have an awesome week ahead. Stay safe, and thanks again. And we'll
We'll see you on the next journey. Good night.